Why money feels heavy. Hello. Let's start today by acknowledging something we rarely discuss in finance. We focus on the math, the returns, the budgets, the savings goals. But we rarely talk about the heaviness that accompanies the numbers. If you've ever felt a physical knot in your stomach when opening your banking app, or felt a sense of paralysis when looking at your credit card bill, you are not failing at math. You are experiencing a psychological response to what we call financial trauma. In this video, we aren't just going to look at your accounts. We are going to look at the stories you've attached to them. Because to heal your money and strengthen your future, we have to identify why the money feels so heavy in the first place. Have you ever felt your chest tighten when you think about money? Like even simple financial tasks feel heavy? There's a reason. And it has nothing to do with your income. Money isn't just numbers. For many people, money feels heavy in the chest, heavy in the mind, heavy in the body. If you've ever felt tension, fear, or overwhelmed just thinking about money, you're not alone. And there's a real reason behind it. Debt carries emotional weight. Not because of the numbers, but because of the judgment attached to it. Debt makes people feel, I failed. I'm irresponsible. I should have known better. I'm behind. I'm not good with money. But debt is not a character flaw. It's a circumstance. A situation. A moment in your financial story. Yet the shame makes money feel heavier than it actually is. Let me ask you something. When you open your banking app, do you feel your stomach tighten? When a bill arrives, does your heart beat a little faster? When someone mentions savings or debt, do you feel a quiet wave of shame? That heaviness isn't random. It's not weakness. It's not irresponsibility. It's your nervous system trying to protect you. And today, we're going to explore why money feels heavy, where that heaviness comes from, and how you can begin to lighten it, gently, slowly, and safely. Section 1, Your Financial Nervous System Audit. Think of this video as a diagnostic session. Over the next 20 minutes, I want you to grab a notebook. We are going to conduct what I call a financial nervous system audit. I will guide you through the process, but the work, the healing, is yours to do. Your nervous system reacts to money long before your logical brain does. So today, we're going to map out the emotional patterns that shape your financial behavior. Section 2. The origin of the heaviness. As a data analyst, I look for correlations. And the correlation between past financial events and current behavior is remarkably consistent. If you grew up with erratic finances, maybe you had plenty one month and nothing the next, your brain learned to treat money as a transient resource. It feels heavy now because your brain is constantly scanning for the next drop-off, even when your accounts are stable. That is a physiological response, not a financial one. Your body remembers instability. Your nervous system remembers fear. Your mind remembers unpredictability. Money feels heavy because your past is still speaking. Section 3, The 3 Types of Heaviness. Let's define the 3 types of heavy we encounter. 1. The scarcity loop. The belief that no matter how much you earn, it is never enough. You could double your income and still feel unsafe. This heaviness comes from childhood scarcity, inconsistent income, or past financial shocks. 2. The avoidance freeze. Refusing to look at numbers to avoid feeling the shame of the reality. You avoid checking your balance. You avoid opening bills. You avoid budgeting. Not because you don't care, but because you're scared of what the numbers might trigger. 3. The compensation spike. Spending money to soothe emotional pain, creating a cycle of guilt. You buy something to feel better. Then you feel guilty. Then you avoid your finances. Then the heaviness grows. Now, I want you to pause the video. Write down which of those 3 heaviness types resonates with you the most. Be honest. Data is neutral, your story is yours. Write down a specific moment in your past that you think triggered this behavior. I'll be here when you get back. Section 4, Emotion-Based Transactions. Welcome back. Now, let's bring in the data. We've acknowledged the feeling, now we analyze the behavior. When money feels heavy, it's usually because we are making emotion-based transactions. An emotion-based transaction is any spending that isn't aligned with your stated values. I want to share my personal framework for this. I call it the delta of intent. Step 1, the transaction log. List your last 5 purchases. Don't judge them, just list them. Step 2, the emotional label. Assign each purchase an emotion. Examples: anxious, bored, empowered, needed, lonely, stressed. Step 3, the reality check. Calculate how much of your monthly heavy spending was actually just emotional regulation. Most people realize that 30% of their spending isn't about the purchase, it's about the feeling. And that is where the healing begins. It's not about cutting costs. It's about cutting the noise. When you remove emotional noise from your financial life, money becomes lighter, not because the numbers changed, but because you changed. Section 5, Building a Lighter Future. We have identified the trauma. We have audited the behavior. Now, we build the future. To strengthen your future, we must move from reactive management to intentional systems. When you heal your money, you stop using it as a shield against anxiety, and you start using it as a tool for security. This looks like automation. It looks like set and forget savings. It looks like an emergency fund that acts as a physical representation of your safety. Your emergency fund is not just money. It is a message to your nervous system: I am safe. I am prepared. I am okay. Compound interest is the antidote to financial trauma. It requires you to do nothing but wait. It rewards consistency over speed. It is the opposite of the fight or flight response. By investing, you are literally telling your nervous system, I trust myself to survive in the future. That trust is healing. That trust is strength. That trust is the foundation of financial peace. Section 6, Closing Reflection. We covered a lot today. You've looked at your history, your habits, and your goals. Money is just a tool. It has no power unless you give it the power to define your worth. The heaviness you've been carrying? It's time to set it down. Take that list you made in the reflection zone. Keep it. Refer back to it when the heavy feeling returns. Because it might return, and that's okay. The goal isn't to never feel financial anxiety again. The goal is to notice it, name it, and then look at the data. Money doesn't have to feel heavy forever. You can heal this. You can create safety. You can build confidence. You can rewrite your money story. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're healing. And healing takes time. But you're already on your way. Alice Invest, heal your money. Strengthen your future.